Even though it is old, you cannot really call the xtrail long in the tooth, especially given the fact that it is one of the most popular Nissans among Nissan customers around the world. It delivers solid value while hauling families in the medium SUV segment. The current generation of the xtrail has been here since 2013, but it had a facelift in 2017. However, I think we can all agree that it is due for a redesign, and that's where the new 2023 Nissan xtrail comes in. It is said to have some improvements across the board, and Nissan can only hope that people will actually love it. So, what's new with this model? Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we will look at the 2023 Nissan xtrail as we find out what's new with this model. But before we go any further, please take a moment to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more info on your best cars. And with that, let's take a look at the all-new 2023 Nissan xtrail. Before we get into the specs of this car, it is important to say that the xtrail has the same architecture as the next-generation Qashqai and the latest Mitsubishi Outlander. Even though it is 38mm shorter in length and 5mm lower slung, the exterior of the car looks just like the modern evolution of the current xtrail. Nissan has done a great job of tightening the soft lines that the previous model had. However, for those who grew up on Transformer films, you are going to love it. The LED headlights are now standard across the range, even as they include some LED fog lights in the top trims. As for the aerodynamics, Nissan has included some active grille shutters. If you are looking for a family car, this may be perfect because the rear doors have now been redesigned to open to 85 degrees. This makes installing child seats super easy, not to mention putting the kids in the said seat daily. As long as you have the intelligent key in your pocket, you can lock all the doors by touching any door handle. You can now get rid of the hassle of fumbling for your keys when your arms are full of kiddos or groceries. The power tailgate is now motion activated with this next-generation xtrail. The engine has not received many variants, meaning that it only comes with one engine and one transmission. This is an upgrade of the existing 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder petrol engine. The power has been increased, bringing it to about 135 kilowatts. The same has been done with the torque, as it has been increased by 8 Nm to about 245 Nm. Both the front-wheel and all-wheel drive configurations now have Nissan's Xtronic Automatic Continuously Variable Transmission, or CVT. Some paddle shifters have also been included for simulated gear changes. The all-wheel drive system uses an electro-hydraulically controlled clutch to transfer some of the torque to the rear axle. This new system is said to be even more responsive than that of the older version of the xtrail. There are 3 modes that come with the front driver: Eco, Standard, and Sport Drive. As for the all-wheel drive xtrail, it adds off-road and snow settings too. Nissan has not said much concerning the manual transmission or the diesel engine that will be on offer. However, it has been said that in some international markets, Nissan has announced that it will be turbocharged with a 1.5-liter 3-cylinder petrol, which is said to be similarly powerful to the 2.5-liter. In addition to this new engine also promises better fuel consumption while still delivering a decent amount of power. That engine may be able to give way to an opportunity to offer manual gearbox availability, especially for the customers and markets that demand it. The power steering, which is electrically assisted, makes use of a rack-mounted assist unit that varies assistance depending on the vehicle speed. The steering ratio is also slightly quicker than the previous xtrail. The braking system consists of ventilated discs that are on all 4 wheels, and the ABS is a 4-channel system. Nissan has tried to keep it as close to the SUV norm as possible, making use of McPherson struts at the front and a multi-link setup at the rear for the suspension. The rear also has some anti-roll bars at both ends. Just like the exterior, the interior has also had some major redesigns that bring out the modern technology and improved functionality of this world. Depending on the trim level that you get, the driver gets to enjoy a customizable digital instrument panel. It can either come with a 7.0-inch screen or a 12.3-inch screen with a large heads-up display for the top models. The front row is then dominated by a 9.0-inch touchscreen that is set on top of the dashboard, and it is equally accessible by both the driver and the passenger. This screen, which is the infotainment system, supports Bluetooth and even Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. In addition to all that, you get to enjoy a wireless charger that is available on the higher trim levels. One of the most notable changes to the interior design is the electronic gear selector. It even creates additional storage directly underneath it, which is a boon to buyers who need space for the bits and bobs that go along with their lifestyles. The armrest makes use of a butterfly-style lid instead of the normal rear-hinged. According to Nissan, they did this because it gives the passengers more accessible access to small items in both the first and second rows. There is some flexible storage under the boot floor for some of the essential gear that you may require. Nissan called it divide and hide. What they have mainly done with this part is provide a configurable set of dividers that can be used to secure items of various sizes as you hide them from prying eyes. These 6 different arrangements can also be used to construct a simple set of shelves. The new xtrail comes with a variety of active and passive safety technologies, which are standard. This includes 10 airbags, 360-degree cameras, forward autonomous emergency braking, or AEB, with pedestrian detection, rear AEB, and cross-traffic alert, and blind spot and lane departure warning. Some of the variants come with the Nissan ProPilot system. This is a hands-on semi-autonomous system that is based on sophisticated adaptive cruise control and active lane keep technology that will perform modest steering and braking inputs as you cruise on the open road or in rush hour traffic. Nissan claims that this new generation of the xtrail uses the latest radar and camera technology to offer smoother vehicle input when the ProPilot is being used. When it is linked to the native SatNav, ProPilot sometimes reduces the speeds for motorway off-ramps or when you are approaching corners. It can read traffic signs and automatically change the speed of the car based on the new speed limits. From the taller-than-a-sedan seating position, the visibility is excellent in all directions, and the driver's seat is very comfortable and supportive. Even though the benefit of the NASA seat foam technology is not felt at first, the driver is not at all fatigued after a long drive. Adjusting the steering column is pretty easy, given that it is a manual tilt and telescope. This is critical to ensure proper seating positions for a range of driver sizes. The electronic shifter is easy to operate, and it correctly shifts to park when the driver switches the car off using the Start-Stop button. The digital instrument is quite large and impressive as it has clarity in most lighting conditions. All the basic driving information is also presented clearly. The heads-up display has the same problem as most of the other systems, which is that the driver can't see it well if he or she is wearing polarized sunglasses. The large infotainment screen makes interacting with the functions a very easy thing to do and a straightforward affair. The system also switches from one mode to the other really fast, which can only mean that Nissan did not skimp on the processor in the background of all of these functions. However, the system has an unusual way of controlling the climate. Instead of holding an absolute temperature, the HVAC's algorithm seems to be favoring relative temperature values instead of the number that the occupants desire. Basically, it feels a little off, maybe by a degree or two, and even when it is in auto mode, you will still have to adjust it to the desired temperature. Overall, the new generation of xtrail is a significant upgrade that has been long overdue. Nissan has done it, taking the qualities that the buyers have enjoyed to a whole new level. That's all for today. We hope you liked that video. If you did, be sure to give us a thumbs up and leave your thoughts in the comments section. See you in the next one!